Greetings, everyone. I am Eric Paulson with Your Essential Practice. Today's rune reading is a bit of an energy check-in for us. We have, first of all, Venus just recently stationing direct, so we could breathe a little bit of a sigh of relief when it comes to our romance and our partnerships and the things that we've adjusted. How about the way we look? Are you regretting cutting your own bangs recently? So things like that, the appearance changes that our outward appearance, more in the physical, is coming under more scrutiny as we're Venus direct and Leo again. We're front stage. Hey, look at me. I have a big heart. I'm here to give it to you. So that's awesome. Mercury is going direct in just 1 week, and then we have a new moon coming up in just about 10 days here at the time of uploading this video. Today is Monday, September 5th. So with the energy check-in today, we're going to check in on that again, the Venus stationing direct, the changes, transitions that go in with that. We're looking forward to Mercury going direct, aren't we? Had enough of these technical glitches, these miscommunication issues that coincide a lot with Mercury retrograde. It is a good time still, though, to review and make sure you're coming across as clearly as possible. Go within first. So let's check in on those energies with today's rune reading. Greetings, everyone. And as usual, if you're new to this channel, what we like to do is cleanse the space with this wonderful singing bowl. And this cleanses the energies and invites the new ones to come in for this rune reading. Also, in the bowl, you'll notice I have a $2 note that represents the uncommon abundance in our lives. So we're going to celebrate that, be thankful for it, and also invite more of that uncommon abundance in. What that means to you is what resonates with you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This could mean an emotional abundance, a love abundance, a spiritual abundance, monetary abundance, abundance of resources. So the uncommon abundance, that's the abundance we don't usually think about, which is a blessing in itself anyway. So let's be thankful for it as we cleanse this energetic space for today's rune reading. A little bit of an energy check-in for today. 3 deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Venus is recently direct in Leo. Mercury is coming out of retrograde in Virgo in 1 week. And we have that beautiful new moon that I will do more rune readings on coming up in the near future on the 15th of this month in 10 days. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. How we feeling, soul fam? Yeah? We've been doing that spiritual homework. Been going with that sacral chakra healing. That's 417 hertz. Let's check out what our runes and energies are telling us, things that we can take with us over these next few days. I know a lot of you have children starting school again. This is the rune of harvest. So the past energies were coming from this Jara rune. This is, Jara. This is the process, gain. This is growth. This is an irreversible rune. So the energies that we've invested, we've been reaping. So a lot with these changing energies that are fluctuating around us right now has us currently in our labels and identities, right? This rune is manas. This is the self. This is humanity. This is culture. Notice here how there's 2 opposing clan flags. They're facing in at each other. This calls for labels. And where is this sense of identity with the sense of self, right? All right, so future energies. indicate this torch rune. This is fire energy, y'all. This is beautiful energy of continuously moving forward. This is Kenos. This is the rune Kenos, I should say. And so this is light, fire, torch. We're lighting our paths. We're blazing the trail, right? So we're coming from this sense of abundance, this sense of harvest, into knowing more of our own self-worth and lighting the path for ourselves and others. Like the famous quote says, as we work to light our own path, as we work to light the path for others, so too do we illuminate the path for others. So, what we have to look forward to, the action taken for the best outcome, this is Wunjo. This is the clan flag of success. So imagine the feeling that you get when you're planting that clan flag at the top of the hill. That sense of cooperation, that communication, the teamwork, right? The joy, the abundance that is celebrated there, the pleasure, right? P for pleasure. So actions taken for the best outcome, celebrate those successes, be in your joy. Don't get hung up on those places of labels and restrictions in the 3D. Blaze that trail forward into your passion, into your joy, into your inspiration, into your clan flag of success. Coming up here, our feelings and emotions are in this endurance. So this is Ehuas. This is the yew tree, Y-E-W. This is the tree branch that facilitated a bunch of building of bows back in the day when these runes were created, right? So this is a very flexible branch. It needs to endure. If we do not endure, these branches, the ends of them snap. It becomes Isa, the ice rune, and we get stuck rigid and we have to repeat lessons. However, when we do endure in healthy ways, it transmutes into Soilo. That's the sun rune of vitality and success. So our thoughts and emotions are in this endurance. Can we keep going? You betcha we can. This endurance is right here with that trailblazing fire energy. Just blaze that trail forward. Focus on your joy. Focus on what brings you joy, right? In healthy ways, of course. Don't get wrapped up in that ego. Our possible problems are the universe is shrugging shoulders here, saying it is up to you. This is the gambler's cup. So you can be your own worst enemy here or your own best success story. We're entering in one way and we're being transmuted and coming out changed regardless of the situation. This can also represent the womb, or it could also be a friendly game or competition. Now, this is interesting coming with this opposing clan flags here directly opposed. This could also be a real actual competition for a job, for attention, for the energies, whatever your goals and your joys are going to be. You just need to be secure in moving forward and enduring, right? Because you are your own worst critic and your own best advocate. Don't be looking out there for your advocacy. You are your own best cheerleader here. Okay? This gambler's cup is called Pertho. That's the name of the rune. It could also mean a form of initiation for some. So a lot of us starting new lives, new careers, new school, right? A lot, maybe some parents are going back to college. So this is something very interesting that I like to call forward or call out here. Because this is wealth. This is cattle. This is abundance. Look at that. We celebrated our harvest in healthy ways, and we get to reap more of that abundance. This is Fehu, right? This is the rune of cattle, of actual wealth, of responsibilities, right? So as we move forward, we're focusing on that joy, we're blazing that trail, we're lighting the path for ourselves and for others, we're enduring, and really our worst case scenario is really up to us, right? The possible problems position is wide open. So it could be anything, or it could be no possible problems. Right here, the universe is saying you have 100% control over what's happening here because you are responding in healthy ways. You have this greater sense of self in healthy ways, right? You have this greater sense of humanity and culture and just where your place in the world is. You've been doing a lot of homework, and the divine is recognizing this with you. So a lot of us coming out of those full moon energies of recently and enduring a lot of these retrograde energies that have been around, it's time to celebrate your joy and success. A lot of you entering new relationships or just new forms of abundance. Whatever the case that may be with you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Usually the first thing that pops into your head is what is being trying to communicate with you from the divine. Speaking of the divine, let's get some message of clarity from divine with today's rune reading. These are the Soul's Journey cards. These are like an oracle card with mandalas on them. They're very beautiful, have very much wisdom in this deck. And these are messages straight from divine, straight from source, directly to your spirit, directly to your soul. So divine, I'm asking, show us clearly, please, today, and make us know that without a doubt it comes from you. What sort of, okay, you want this one. Okay, I was just going to say, what sort of information or clarity do you have to offer for the collective today? So thank you, thank you, thank you for this card. This is change. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Beautiful that this color is an orange too, celebrating more autumn. We're getting into that season, another season of change. Right? And if we look around, the change is always there. It's just more evident in these seemingly shorter seasons. They seem shorter, like autumn and spring. They always seem shorter because there's just so much change. There's a lot more change that is more noticeable in these seasons. However, there's just as much change that happens in the winter. There's just as much change that happens in the summer. Are you watching that? Are you watching how yourself and others are changing? How you're responding better with yourself and lighting the path forward? Right? Are you celebrating this change, this victory, this endurance, this getting into more abundance? Look at that. I'm just so happy that these two are across from each other. And the endurance and the trailblazing are right next to each other too. Along with this clan flag of success, there is change. There's always this constant change. And right now you're being, I believe, called to celebrate that change. Let's read about this card. Again, it says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. There is a certain comfort in the idea of living a life without surprises. The status quo has an appeal, but you will never learn or grow if your circumstances stay the same. Everybody wants life to be better, but that requires change. You have chosen to incarnate into this physical dimension called Earth because of the myriad of opportunities. If you don't take advantage of them, what's the point? Staying within your comfort zone is overrated. With change comes transformation, and with transformation comes evolution. Stop viewing change as good or bad. The dichotomy needs to go, right? Don't equate it with a lack of control. That's very important. Life happens, and it's supposed to happen. You can direct how it plays out. And you always have the power to accept a change that redirects your path. That's the endurance and the trailblazing and that success again, right? The dichotomy of change. Like, you are not a product of change. You instigate the change, right? You are the change, right? Change doesn't happen to you. It happens for you. You get to change. You don't have to change. You get to change, and you're going to change regardless. It's up to you whether to accept it and move on. The best peaceful way is to accept that energy and move on, right? Endurance with blazing that trail, holding that lantern aloft for yourself and for others, being the example of what you want to see so that others can respond in kind and that energy can then be multiplied. Let's get a card of clarity from the fairies. So fairies, what sort of clarification do you have to offer for us today for this clarification of energies as we're kind of going forward? I like to have these cards more upright here. This is beautiful. This is a card, affirmations. These are new cards for us here today. This is so beautiful. This says to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. That is such a beautiful card. Use positive affirmations. A lot of times, a lot of people say that ask-formations are a thing. So ask-formations and affirmations. So the difference, I will go over that here momentarily, but first let's read about this card of affirmations. Again, it says, to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. You drew this card because there's something that you desire right now, and you already know what this is. To increase the speed of your manifestation, it's important to lift up your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs to a higher level. Positive affirmations can increase with your self-confidence and faith, which are two essential and magical ingredients of manifestation. Look at that change, y'all. I mean, it just kind of speaks for itself here. This card is a message for you to say or read positive affirmations and to boost your faith, optimism, and effectiveness in bringing about your desired results. Additional meanings for this card are: begin each day with something beneficial, such as praying, meditating, or reading from an uplifting book. Or as you stay positive, everything in your life becomes more positive, right? Waking up every morning with an attitude of gratitude, going over those affirmations of gratitude, like I am thankful for lungs that breathe the air. I'm thankful for the ability to see, the ability to think. I am thankful for my caring and loving spouse. I am thankful for delicious food. Anything you want, really. Attitude of gratitude, best way to wake up in the morning. Additional meanings, again, are the outcome of the situation you're asking about is dependent upon your optimism. So if you're looking for a yes or no today, I would go ahead and say yes. So why not be optimistic? Be optimistic. Accept that change. The answer today for your yes or no question is yes. Finally, an additional meaning for this card is watch the words that you say and write to ensure they're positive and aligned with your desires. Be careful of that self-talk. Even your thoughts are a form of self-talk. Spelling is spells, right? So when you say negative things, you're just inviting more of those negative things. When you are complimenting or being thankful for, you're inviting more of that back to yourself. For others to be thankful for you and to compliment you. Wouldn't that feel nice? Accept that change. Do these affirmations. Let's get into a chakra token to help increase our effectiveness for today's rune reading. We can take these energies with us next few days, right? Whenever you're seeing this rune reading, though, it is the right time for you. It's all divine timing, right? Let's go ahead and get a token. Man, y'all, the chakra, okay. After today, I'm pulling this one out. We keep on getting this chakra token. I don't know why. A lot of that 417 hertz. Whoever's out there not doing this, you need to accept that change. Get into these affirmations of the 417 hertz, right? This is really driving it home for collective healing, y'all. This is the sacral chakra again, right? The color orange. And the sacral chakra is located below the navel, and it relates to sexuality, creativity, intimacy, and pleasure. If you feel sexual repression, lack of creativity, intimacy issues, or you're someone who emotionally isolates yourself, resisting the change, then you're someone who needs to work on this. Work on the sacral chakra. Listening to the solfeggio frequency of 417 hertz, that's 417, will help to elicit more openness, right? Creativity, receptivity, and sensuality. As a result, you'll experience more pleasure and harmony, right? I believe this still speaks very well for today's rune reading. And the sacral chakra mudra, hand mudra, is as such. We're folding in the first two fingers, the index and the middle. We're tucking in the thumbs like a pair of binoculars, right? And we're leaving the ring and pinky fingers out. And we just rest it in our lap and recite the word VAM, V-A-M, as the mantra, while we listen to 417 hertz, repeating VAM, V-A-M. Envisioning that beautiful golden orange light in our reproductive region, growing and emanating out into every part of our body, down to our toes, into our fingertips, the top of our head. Beautiful rune reading, everybody. That sacral chakra really needs to get driven home. A lot of that will elicit a lot of change. It will facilitate a lot of change, a lot of healing, right? Accepting that change. It'll help us be in flow with adapting to new practices, like new affirmations. It'll help us to better adapt to that as well. The 417 hertz, incidentally, also cleanses your energetic space. It also detoxifies you. So definitely listening to that, even on binaural beats, that's where one frequency is different than the other, and then the difference made up is the 417 hertz. So this one might be a higher number, this one might be a lower number in the headphones, right? But what your brain hears in the middle is a fluctuating beat, and that would be 417 hertz. That's how the binaural beats work. It makes your hemispheres of your brain work together, and it increases that sort of gray matter to like work together more in harmony, right? See what I'm getting at here? It'll help us elicit more change and to just be comfortable with the changes that happen around us, right? Now, I told you I would tell you about the difference of askfirmations and affirmations. Affirmations are stating, I am this, I am that. So your subconscious likes to do this trick too. Say, oh yeah, you are? Well, let me go back into your brain and pull out why you are already. And it offers a lot of that negative feedback for a lot of us, right? Now, an askfirmation is a little different, where it says, why am I so abundant? Why is my house so beautiful? How am I so successful? So when you're saying it like that, it's already a fact. It's a past tense thing that has happened. And your subconscious thinks, okay, well, I can't challenge that I am thought anymore, so I have to race and get back to proving why you are already this way, or how you are already this way. And the subconscious is the part of us that loves to try to disprove or prove ourselves, right? So a lot of us are okay with the I am statements. But I know for me personally, the subconscious likes to get in there and say, oh, you are? Let me show you if you are or not. But when we're doing those askfirmations, it says, oh, okay, well, since you're already saying, why am I so abundant? Let me show you why you're so abundant. Because the subconscious races to answer that or to challenge that, right? So as we bring up more of those emotions and faculties in our brain to really manifest it in our lives, it just happens a little bit quicker with those askfirmations than at that point. It's really quite beautiful how it all works. Definitely look up some other askfirmation stuff on YouTube here, or affirmations. You are asked to get into either one by those by that fairy card, right? The affirmations fairy card, and this will help facilitate and be more comfortable with those changes. And the affirmations and the changes kind of go hand in hand, because the affirmations are, in essence of themselves, it is eliciting change. It is asking for change. It is demanding change in your life, right? And the more you offer that to yourself, the more you'll see it happen. And that's manifestation 101. Just act in a sense of knowing rather than in a sense of guessing, right? So I am with conviction, or ask yourself with conviction, as if it already happened, right? This is the mudra for the 417 hertz. We'll go over it again. So that is the index and the middle finger already folded in, and we're tucking in the thumbs. Looks like a pair of binoculars, right? So we have the ring finger and the pinky finger out. With the 417 hertz playing, we'll just place this in our lap, right? Repeat the mantra VAM, V-A-M, right? And that's envisioning that golden and orange light, mostly orange, right? The sacral chakra color is orange. And it's emanating throughout our whole body. It's reaching the top of your head. It's reaching up to your fingertips and down to your wiggly little toes. Have a blessed and abundant day, everyone. Blaze that trail. Namaste.